Hello and welcome. This is Kristen with the Online Selling Show. And sometimes you may question yourself, like, why am I not making, let's say, $2,000 a week is what you need for your bills per se. I'm going to share something with you that one of the assistants I had previously in my employ, she was a very analytical and numbers person. And she really, when she introduced this to me, I was like, really kind of wow as well. And that is, if you're not listing at a minimum $2,000 worth of value of stuff, you're never going to make $2,000 of value of stuff. And maybe you're like me where you're focused on, I need 100 listings on this week, or I have to sell 50 items this week. We get focused a lot on the quantity of the listing, but we don't focus on the value of what it is that we're listing. So she had a very well thought out plan that if she needed 2,000 a week, that she would price out her items and make sure that when she was done her listings for the week, if she knew her sell-through rate in, let's say, a 3-month period, she would figure out how many items that she would have to list. So to get 2,000 a week, maybe you had to list $3,000 worth of items in a week to get to that number. So that is what I would challenge you for, is if you're not selling to the expectations of what your business should be paying you, and I'm talking, you're going to need to figure it out as well, is you may list a $100 item but only make $80 out of it. If that's the case, then you can't just list $2,000 worth of it. You've got to add another 20% on there because of what you're paying out in fees and things like that. So you're a minimum of $2,200 is what you need. But that would be if you sold every single item that you listed in a week. And I want to say that is, if you have a business model for that, that is beautiful. I would say most people have in the 40 to 60%, I would guess. Again, it depends on your goods and the condition of your goods and stuff like that. So you're going to have to pay attention. If you're only selling 50% and you're already at 2,200, that may mean you need to sell or list, $5,000 worth of stuff roughly to get back what you needed for that week. Now, the other half, obviously, is going to continue to keep rolling forward. So you're going to be able to, in the beginning, have to list a lot more in value. And then as those things are starting to keep relisting, you're going to have to do the numbers to then see, like I said, what the average sell-through rate is. But that was just for me to give you an example for you to do the math on, to give some thought process to it. Is if you're not listing the value of items in what you need for money, you're not going to get paid what it is you need to get paid. So that becomes part of your evaluation as well, is that maybe the items that you're purchasing are too low in value or too high in the number of days it takes to sell through it. So I have watched Tech and Sports channel. He is very well versed. He's very articulate in explaining these things way more than I am. But I thought her ideology of talking about the number aspect of it in dollars versus the number of listings was very novel to me. So I hope this is something that gives you something to think about. I hope I gave you some direction on where you can go to get further information. And I really wish you have a very prosperous business, because this business of eBay has been truly a blessing for my family. It has led me to where I am now as an e-commerce seller, and that I can have my family's sole source of income doing this. And I have been doing it since 2007 as our sole source of income. I've been selling for 22 years. And when she said it to me in that fashion, I was probably doing this for about 15. It was quite something. So please leave some comments down below. Is there something else to that further that you want to elaborate on? I would appreciate a thumbs up if you did get some inspiration or maybe some new direction on some of your business. And I would really appreciate if you do me the favor of subscribing down below. Hitting that subscribe button doesn't cost you anything, but it will put my future videos in your feed. So I want to say bye for now, and thanks for watching.